At L&M Fine Jewelry, we hand select our diamonds to give you the very best prices possible. Monty knows a great deal when he finds one. Find your great deal at L&M Fine Jewelry.
Your diamond destination.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Samuel Akem here, and I am back with another one. Today, we are looking. Now, this game was crazy. Miles Hastings, best pure passer out of the Big Sky Conference this year, threw for a staggering 400 yards passing last week against Illinois State. Did not have the best day. 39 for 52, 345 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Just absolutely devastating day for the UC Davis Aggies. They ended up having 6 turnovers in the game. South Dakota had 3 of their own. Looks like turnovers ended up being the difference. This South Dakota team has been turning over the ball at a really, really high rate in these playoffs, and they continue that in the quarterfinals. We're going to be looking at all the highlights from this game. Aiden Bauman played a decent game, 14 for 22, 253 yards, 3 touchdowns. Travis Tice had a really good game. Karan Adams had a good game. Carter Bell had a good game. Galbraith had a good game. Trent Tompkins had a really good game. Lan Larison was kind of held under check in this game. Now, he's not somebody who I think you really needed to stop to beat this UC Davis team. Personally, I thought it was the Miles Hastings that you needed to stop to beat UC Davis. I know what type of difference maker Lan Larison is, but I just feel like when you look at their rushing totals and how the way Lan Larison affects the game a lot of times, I felt like if you were able to stop Miles Hastings, you could in a way limit Lan Larison. Lan Larison had 7 carries for 40 yards, and he only had 1 reception for 5 yards, for a total of 45 yards. That's probably his lowest total of the entire season, and they didn't win the game. Miles Hastings also threw 5 interceptions, so that's a big indicator right there. But we're going to be looking at all the plays from this game. Make sure you guys hit the like. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Make sure you guys leave me a comment down below, and we will get straight into it. Okay, South Dakota started out with the ball right here. They're going to start with a 3rd and 5. Drop back pass for Aiden Bauman. Looks like he's got Karan Adams wide open. Gotta go here, man. 3rd and 5. You're running this rug concept to get him open right here. Don't try to gamble downfield. I mean, it seems like he chose the left side of the field because he thought he would have some decent one-on-ones there. The tight end really doesn't have a huge step on Connors right there. The ball's a little high as well. I like this down here. You know, I could see him potentially reading this this defender, this nickel defender right here, and potentially not liking that matchup. But the nickel defender is going to carry upfield. You got Karan Adams wide open underneath on the slant. Hit here, take the easy money, get the first down, keep the drive alive. They're going to miss on the bang route or the bender route, or the post route, whatever you want to call it, trying to get the ball over the middle field to their tight end Galbraith, who just came back in this game. It's going to be incomplete, bringing up a 4th and 5, and they are going to punt it away to UC Davis. UC Davis has got the ball now. They're faced with a 3rd and 10. Drop back pass for Miles Hastings, who's going to scramble out, try to get it to Winston Williams, and here's going to be the first interception of the game. Winston Williams has no idea that Hastings is trying to get the ball to him. Interesting, they had 4 guys to block 2 right here, so a lot of bodies over here for this defensive line of South Dakota. McKees Grace, the Missouri Valley Defensive Player of the Year, is also on this team, so he's somebody to watch out for. I didn't really hear of him having a huge game, but we'll get into it. Miles Hastings scrambling out, get the ball out to his receiver, trying to get the ball out to his receiver, to his tight end, Winston Williams. Airmailed over his head, and a big-time interception for South Dakota to start the game. Tough play for Miles Hastings. The receiver just not paying attention. Here you go. You get to watch it right here. Eyes all the way. His guy's not watching. The defensive back makes the play on it. Winston Williams had no idea, and it's an interception. Early turnover for UC Davis. Not a great start to the game. 13 minutes to go in the first quarter. Getting the ball out to your receiver. I believe that is going to be Carter Bell on the outside. Little RPO. Not even RPO. It seems like a design play, action play. Everybody's pass blocking. Get the ball off to your receiver, Bell, and he's down past the first down for a gain of about 13, 14 yards. 2nd and 4, under 12 to go in the first quarter. Under center for Mr. Bauman. Pre-snap motion. Getting it out to your running back, Tice, who runs really hard behind his shoulder pads, and he's down inside the 10-yard line. Really good run right there. Really good run. Here you go. You got a 1st and goal coming up. 11 minutes to go in the first quarter. Giving it off to Tice. Defensive line of looking like an inside zone run. Looking like some type of zone run. The defensive line of UC Davis is running hard and getting there. It's front 7 of UC Davis is getting there. 2nd and goal. Under 10.5 to go in the first quarter. Jones Logan in motion. Trying to get the over or the deep out to the receiver, Jack Martins. who had 1 catch for 25 yards, covered well from UC Davis. Ball is out there from Aiden Bauman. Either his guy's going to get it or nobody's going to get it. Seems like his guy had it, but the ground is going to get the pass breakup. The ground coupled with the defensive back. 3rd and goal coming up. 10 minutes to go in the first. Drop back pass for Aiden Bauman. And they're going to get the ball off to Galbraith, who's going to make the catch and get into the end zone. So it seems like he ran a corner curl here. So he's going to run a corner where he gets to that corner and then curls up, comes back to the ball, fights back down that corner stem to get back to the ball. Aiden Bauman puts the ball on him. You see him put the foot in the ground. Bauman's right there with the ball into his hands, makes the guy miss and gets into the end zone. Really good play call right there. Really good execution. Good ball from Bauman, and great job for Galbraith. Be quarterback friendly, come back to the ball, make a guy miss, and get into the end zone. Really good job. South Dakota takes a 7-0 lead early in the first quarter. Now UC Davis has got the ball back. 3rd and 1, 9 minutes to go in the first. And they're getting the ball off to Lan Larison, who's pushing his own guy down and unable to get the first down. Seems like they're going to give it to him, though. But watch him push down his left tackle right here. So his left tackle is going to block down. Seems like they're trying to run like a counter type play, trying to block everybody down here to open up that window. And then you got 2 kick out blocks here from Winston Williams and Ian Simpson. And his tackle for some reason tries to go back and help out on this side of it, and he blocks it from, he potentially blocks him from getting the first down. They ended up giving him the first down, but it was super close on 3rd and 1. I think they gave it to him, but it was close. It was close. 3rd and 1 now, again for UC Davis. Pre-snap motion for Trent Tompkins. They're going to hand it off to him. They get the tackle for loss, but they also get a face mask. Every ref who had a flag threw one, and it's going to be a face mask, automatic first down for UC Davis. Here you go. You get a look at it right here. Get that hand out there. That'll be called every day of the week, twice on Sunday. 2nd and 13, 7 minutes to go on first down in the first quarter. Good ball from Miles Hastings. They're going to get the bender route on the seam into CJ Hutton. And this is where Tarleton had found a ton of success. So I got to believe that UC Davis watched that film from the Tarleton game and understood that the middle of the field sometimes can be had against the South Dakota defense. CJ Hutton's going to find the middle of the field. It has to be a perfect ball. It's open, but there's coverage underneath. There's coverage over the top. Miles Hastings layers the ball in there, and CJ Hutton's got it down across midfield. Now they're down into red zone territory. 2nd and 3, 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Drop back pass from Miles Hastings. He's going to get the ball out to his receiver, Chaz Davis, who gets it once again across the middle of the field in for the touchdown. So I think they had an end zone look here on this play, and I want to break it down. So it kind of gives you 3 verts vibes, but instead of 3 verts, you're going to run a bang route underneath. So you're trying to influence the coverage here. It really looks like they're in a quarters coverage here. Let's go to the widen view one more time to see. We can't see. So it looks like they're in a quarters coverage here. You got a quarter safety right here playing a quarter of the field. You got a quarter corner playing quarters right here. You got a quarter safety. He really looks like a middle high safety, but they got another corner back here that's not controlled by anything, so he's just going to stay low. But it seems like quarters to me with some hooks underneath. Curl flat defender here, hook defender here, hook defender here. They're going to fake like they're trying to get the swing route to Lan Larison, which kind of looks like they could have got decent yardage off of it. But you run the crosshash vertical with Ian Simpson to control that one high safety. You run the seam to Samuel Mbatu to control that other safety, and then you run the bender right behind it because they're in that quarters. If Samuel Mbatu is able to control that safety, you can bring him underneath. Ball's got to be on time. It was for Miles Hastings. Bender underneath, bang route underneath, whatever you want to call it. He's getting in that vacated zone, and ball's high, and Chaz Davis is able to make the touchdown catch. Really good drive, really good schemed up play from UC Davis, and really good execution from everybody involved. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 tie ball game. Play action pass from Aiden Bauman. Throwing it deep to Karan Adams. Ball is a little short. Obviously, it's still completed. Had he hit him in stride, this is a walk-in touchdown. Nonetheless, Karan Adams, probably the fastest player on the field, is going to get the ball in his hands. Cut back. Try to get upfield. and just a little short down inside the 5-yard line. Now, I can't really see the coverage here, but seems like they got a one-on-one opportunity with, I think this was their backup corner, with one of their fastest receivers in Karan Adams, a transfer. I believe they said Iowa State transfer. Looks like he's going to lean to that outside shade before cutting it back inside. No high safety help, so he's all alone over the top. And Aiden Bauman puts a pretty good ball on it to get the ball into his hands, and his wheels do the rest. Put the foot in the ground, cut back, getting upfield. Good hustle from the UC Davis defense, but he's still down inside the 5-yard line. Good play call, good completion. So trying to look at the coverage, kind of looks like quarters here. The way these safeties are sitting so low, trying to help out in the run. So here's your one safety, here's your other safety, here's your corner. So it kind of seems like quarters, but they're in a tight formation. So they're in 13 personnel. No, they're in 22 personnel. 2 tight ends, 2 running backs on the field, 1 receiver on the field. Everybody is low. This is a great time to run some play action. Act like you're running the ball. Keep those feet flat so that you can get your fastest receiver over the top in a one-on-one opportunity, and they take advantage. When you get in those tight formations with, primarily run formations like 13 personnel, 14 personnel. Well, 14, you're probably not doing anything like this, but 13, 22 personnel, 21 personnel even, you get the opportunity to have a lot of men stay in the box trying to control for the run, understand that the run may be coming, and with that, they take advantage with a one-on-one opportunity over the top. Their fast receiver is going to win against a backup cornerback, and it ends up being a big chunk explosive play for South Dakota. 71-yard reception for Karan Adams. That was his only reception, but he ended up being the leading receiver for the Yotes in this game. First and goal, 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Giving it off to I keep wanting to call him Daniel Tice, Travis Tice, and he's down around the 2-yard line. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Second and goal from the 2-yard line. 4.5 to go. Giving it off to Travis Tice, who's lowering the boom, man. My goodness, he meets this linebacker who's kind of taking on a block. Meets him at the goal line, and Tice is gonna win for the touchdown. 2-yard touchdown run to give South Dakota. Watch the play right here. Watch the one-on-one. Me versus you. I'm choosing me. And me is winning for the touchdown. South Dakota is going to take a 14-7 lead. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 24 for UC Davis. They're going to get the ball off to CJ Hutton, who's going to try to make things happen, but eventually going to get tackled around the 20-yard line. 4th and 16. They're punting it away, punting it deep down to South Dakota, who's down around the 45-yard line. Really good job right there. You go 3rd and 5. A minute to go in the first quarter. Drop back pass for Bauman. Looks like he pumped it. And wow, what an amazing ball to Jack Martins, whose one reception was a for 25 yards. You see him right here. Looks like he's going to run a corner route. Once again, seems like you get UC Davis, and what seems, the pre-snap look seems to be a quarters coverage. Might even be a cloud coverage, because right here, you see you got a half-field safety. He seems like he's playing a flat, and he's going to get controlled by this flat route down here of Karan Adams, so he can't get over the top. And even though he ends up making it close, Aiden Bauman's going to put a beautiful ball in here on the corner route to Jack Martins, and it's going to be a completion. Foot down, completion, down around the 25-yard line. Really good job. Now they're inside the 20 in the red zone. Started the second quarter, 15 minutes to go. 2nd and 5. Aiden Bauman making some calls before the snap. Getting the ball off to Tice, who's running downhill, making guys miss, and down past the first down yardage around the 12, 11-yard line. Here you go. 3rd and 7 from the 12. Under 13 to go in the quarter. And, man, this is just a miss from UC Davis. Just, they're going to fake like they're throwing the quick screen right here to Bell. I think Aiden Bauman does a pretty good job of pumping it, but these guys got to be able to communicate this. You're really trying to get 2-on-1. They just get lost with their eyes. Galbraith slips behind them and gets the ball on the wheel route. We call this play the sucker play, because you're trying to get them to. This is exactly what you want. Go to the screen. We're running the screen. Hey, look at me. Carter Bell's like, hey, look at me. Once he sees those two guys come, he's like, we got him. We got him. Ball to Galbraith on the wheel route. Really good job. Just great execution on the play. Fake block right here. Don't be too much in a hurry. Wait until they trigger. Your quarterback's got time. Wait until they trigger, and then you slip wide open for the touchdown. Really good job. South Dakota takes a 21-7 lead early on in the second quarter. Drop back pass for Miles Hastings on 3rd and 7.
In the Treasure State, University of Montana football is a way of life. Lithia Ford has long been a proud sponsor of Grizz football, and Lithia Ford of Missoula is thrilled to have several of the best Montana football seniors driving the best trucks in Montana. Aspen Sound is the premier car audio and accessory shop in Montana. Aspen Sound makes sure the boys are riding in style with tinted windows and state-of-the-art stereo systems. There's always a party in Montana. Whether you're going to a concert, a wedding, or a football game, the Montana Party Bus will get you there. Skyline Sports and ESPN MT cover the Big Sky with more depth than anyone. Check out SkylineSportsMT.com and tune in to Nuanez Now on 1029 ESPN Missoula every day. My Montana Roots and Wear Your Roots clothing is your go-to spot for the most unique and comfortable lifestyle clothing you'll find anywhere. And get your custom t-shirts to support your favorite player. From 5 local businesses who love Montana, best of luck to the Grizz as they pursue another Big Sky Conference championship.
Pretty clean pocket, getting the ball out to his receiver. Trent Tompkins on the curl route. Really good job right there. So let's watch the curl. You're going to get the horizontal stretch with Lan Larson, who's going to control that curl flat defender. It looks like they're kind of looks mannish, but I think this is a cover. Can't see that other safety, so not so sure. But really good route from Trent Tompkins. Watch the move at the top of the route. Good separation at the top of the route. Be physical at the top of the route. Come back down your stem, complete the pass, and get the first down. Really, really good job. Really, really good job. They really think that was a fourth down? Here you go. 1st and 10, once again for UC Davis, getting it off to Trent Tompkins on a wheel fallout route, making guys miss after the catch and getting down around the 41-yard line. Here you go. 1st and 10. Looks like they're going pretty fast on this drive. Handing it off to Lan Larson, who's going to bounce it out, making a guy miss, making another guy miss, getting downhill, running another guy over, really big time run down inside red zone territory, right around the 9-yard line. 1st and goal from the 9. 11 minutes to go. Lan Larson out of the backfield, and Hastings is going to try to keep it. I don't know. Of all the weapons that you got on this offense, Trent Tompkins, Lan Larson, C.J. Hutton, Samuel Batu, Jazz Davis, Winston Williams, Ian Simpson. We're going to run it with this guy. We're going to run it with Miles Hastings. I just think your efforts would have been better spent somewhere else. 2nd and goal coming up. C.J. Hutton in motion. You get Lan Larson out into the flats, making a guy miss, almost staying on the feet to be able to get to that pylon, but he's down around the 3-yard line, 4-yard line. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, let me go back and talk about what I said at the beginning of the game, because I had forgot about this. I did watch this game, and I completely forgot about this. Lan Larson, I believe, got hurt in this game, and I don't know if he came back in the game. I didn't watch the back half of the game. I wasn't able to watch much of the back half of the game, but I remember I was watching much of the game up to this point, and I don't remember Lan Larson getting hurt, but I remember them talking about it on the broadcast, and I remember him not being in there. So for some reason he got hurt. Looks like it was probably an ankle. I can't remember if he came back or not, but we'll definitely see. 4th and goal, drop back pass, and Miles Hastings is going to throw his 2nd interception. And this one is just bad. This one is just bad because you're going to get points here. You're going to, at the very least, get 3 here. You guys lost the game by 2 scores, 14 points. If you get at least 3 here, who knows what happens later on in that game. But you throw a red zone interception from the 4-yard line at the goal line. Not so sure who you're trying to throw it to either. Got to believe you're probably trying to get the back line en route to this guy here. Outside of Trent Tompkins, I don't know who you're throwing that ball to, but they throw the interception, and South Dakota's going to have it down around the 11-yard line. Tough play right here. Yeah, you see he's trying to get his eyes on Trent Tompkins, maybe even trying to throw it away. Give him an opportunity, but more than anything, trying to throw it away. And his arm just gets hit from the D tackle of UC Davis, or South Dakota. And it turns out bad for him. Not a great play. 3rd and 4, 8.5 to go in the 2nd quarter. 21-7 lead for South Dakota. And they're going to try to put a drive together here. 3rd and 4. Aiden Bauman's going to throw the ball deep, and he throws an interception right back the exactly next drive. And it just looks like he airmailed it over the guy's head. Looks like he was on a different angle than what Aiden Bauman thought he was on. Looks like he was on a cross-field angle. He wanted the ball more over here. Throw me over here. Throw me open over here. I've got to step on these guys this direction. Throw the ball this way. He throws it more vertically upfield, and it's going to be an interception. Big-time interception from the defensive back, Kavir Baines. of UC Davis, and it looks like we got a Kappa. I believe that's Kappa. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is the, what is it, Kappa Shimmy? Alpha? I don't know. I only know Q Dogs because my brother's a Q Dog. I believe it's Kappas though. Here you go, 2nd and 4. Looks like they're going to run a curl here once again. You got the running back out into the flats. Mateo Perez, I believe, was the second string running back who came in for the rest of the game, for most of the game. They're going to run the curl behind it with Trent Tompkins, and he's got the completion on 2nd and 4. 3rd and 8, under 7 to go in the second quarter. Drop back pass for Miles Hastings, getting the ball out once again on the curl to his receiver. They get the horizontal stretch with Mateo Perez, who checks for protection, then gets out. Curl route from Trent Tompkins, really good break at the top of the route. I enjoy this break. Get out of the break, come back down the stem, and get the first down. On 3rd down, really good job. 3rd and 6, 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Getting it off to Chaz Davis, low and away from the defensive back to protect your receiver from the hit. Really good job right there from Hastings, and they got the first down. Really good job. 2nd and 10 coming up. Down inside red zone territory of South Dakota. Pre-snap motion with Trent Tompkins. Looks like they're throwing an RPO to Batu. Looks like the line was run blocking. So inside zone, RPO. Batu gets the ball in his hands, makes a guy miss, and down around the 6 or 7 yard line on 2nd and 10, get the first down. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, 21-7 lead. They get the ball off to their receiver. Can't even see the number here. Number 20. Number 20, Jordan Fisher. I believe he's a running back. I may be wrong, though. They get the ball off to Jordan Fisher. He is a running back. I was right. And he's down inside the 5 yard line. Not big success off this play. They only got 2 guys blocking for him. And if this guy goes out, it ends up being a 4v3 advantage for South Dakota. So not great numbers for South Dakota. And the D-line gets involved as well. They didn't get enough upfield to be able to. I mean, it's hard to run these plays unless you're on the 1 or 2. Unless you need 1 or 2 yards. Because the defense is going to be on you so quick. Because they don't have a lot of field to cover. So they can get there fast. And they did. 2nd and goal, 3.5 to go in the second quarter. Miles Hastings is rolling out, and looks like they're going to call, yeah, that's a false start. They got the guard on the false start. He's leaning, trying to be ready, and you're going to hurt yourself. So they go back 5, 2nd and goal from the 10. Trips formation right here. Got a tight end on the backside. Looks like Winston Williams on the backside. And they're going to get the ball off to Mateo Perez, who's going to get in the end zone for the touchdown. Mateo Perez had 7 rushes for 52 yards. No, 7 catches for 52 yards. He also had 13 carries for 59 yards. So that greatly explains the yardage discrepancy with that Land Larson, what I was talking about earlier. So they put Winston Williams on a corner route out there. You see how this defender runs with it. That safety or corner definitely runs with it. Then you got a backer or corner. I think that's a backer matched up with your running back down here, Mateo Perez. That's a good matchup for any running back, I hope. And he gets into the end zone. At least in college football, running back on linebacker matchup should not be close for the most part. Here you go. Get to see the route once again. Gets it in his hands, gets in the end zone. Really good job. Really good job. Here you go. 3rd and 3 for South Dakota. 21-14 ball game. UC Davis is trying to make it close again. I mean, they were only down by 2 scores, so it's not super overweighted, but they're going to get the screen to Galbraith. He gets the ball into his hands. Trying to make guys miss. He does make guys miss, but he's unable to get the first down on 3rd and 3. He's down a yard short of the line to gain. You get a 4th and 1. South Dakota's going to punt it away. They send the punt down there. Fair catch from, I believe that's Mateo Perez. Now you got a 3rd and 4. A minute to go in the first half for UC Davis. Handing it off to Perez, who's making things happen, and down past the first down on 3rd and 4. 1st and 10 coming up. Drop back pass for Hastings, who's throwing the wheel route, and it's intercepted, man. So it looks like they're trying to run a wheel fallout route here. So you run the in route out here with Trent Tompkins. He's running the in route. Honestly, probably like this throw. It's covered, though. I don't know. I don't love this throw. It's covered all the way. I'm trying to see the coverage of South Dakota. It looks like South Dakota's just in a quarters coverage, if anything. quarters here, quarters here, quarters here, quarters here, with a hook defender on the inside. Looks like a curl flat down here. He's playing curl flat down here. Looks like he's definitely playing curl flat down here. He's going to get to that curl window and sees the ball. He gets to his zone, then finds the quarterback, gets eyes on the ball, and it's an interception. Just not a great play from Miles Hastings. That is his third interception in the first half, and just a tough way to start this first half, man. Just a tough way to start this quarterfinal matchup. I know he's going to be kicking himself. He's had an amazing career. I believe in this game he also broke the all-time passing yards record at UC Davis. So on one hand, you break an all-time record. You're going to go down in the record books at UC Davis. But then on the other hand, you turn over the ball. So tough play right there. They get it off to Travis Tice, who's trying to get to the first down. 31 seconds to go in the first half on 3rd and 6. I don't believe he got there, but they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. You got 30 seconds to go in the half. Handing it off to Tice, who gets the first down and then some. Really good job right there on the first down run. No more timeouts for South Dakota. Drop back pass, Aiden Bauman getting the ball off to his receiver, Carter Bell, who almost gets it into the pylon, but that right foot right there was out of bounds. So they're going to have him out around the 1, 2, or 3 yard line. If we're being real, where he stepped out where the ball was at, he stepped out right there. So the ball should really be at the 2 yard line. I don't know if they rolled down the 2 yard line. He tried to dive for the pylon, but unfortunately wasn't able to get there. I believe this is Carter Bell right here. Looks like he's going to run an out route. So an out route at about 15 yards. Looks like he's tempoing the release off the line of scrimmage, so he's not full speed running off the line. Gonna wait to see what that defensive back is doing. He set him up perfectly at the top of the stem. Looks like they're playing a zone anyway, but that outside zone is gonna be wide open, and he almost gets to the pylon for the touchdown, but he's a little short. Just a little short. 1st and goal. 15 seconds to go in the half, and they're trying to get the ball to Jack Martins on the over. Really looks like they're trying to run a mesh here. So they're trying to run a mesh on the inside, trying to mesh these 2 inside receivers. Instead of running an OTB with the tight end up top, they're going to run, man, this is really jumbled up, but they're going to run, he's open. He really could have completed that to Jack Martins. I don't know how he didn't complete that. I wish I had an end zone view, but it looks like he kind of just dirtied it. He wanted Jack Martins to keep running, and Jack Martins kind of set up like it was zone. This is man, and in mesh concepts in man, they teach you to keep going. I don't know if he maybe thought it was zone because this linebacker was sitting right here, and I don't know if maybe he didn't see that the DB was following him, but it's man. You got to watch how this guy's being played. Watch how the guy who's meshing with you is being played. He's being played in man. You got to believe you're also in man. A lot of times coverages are mirrored on both sides of the field, so you got to understand that and keep running and make your quarterback right. He thought you were going to keep running. You set up like it was zone. That not only let the defensive back get back into position, but also you're not on the same page with the quarterback, and it's an incomplete pass. 2nd and goal, 12 seconds to go in the first half. Drop back pass. Man, devastating play for South Dakota right here. I was watching this. Just another not on the same page. Give him the ball now. Now. The ball should be out of your hands now. You're waiting entirely too long. You put entirely too much air on that ball. You have to throw this now. Now, I know, I'm not a quarterback. I don't necessarily understand the angles of quarterbacks. I don't know if he tried to put this ball on the line now that these guys would have been in the way of the throw. But I know this ball needs to be out now. You're running a rub route. We all know what it is. Surprise. South Dakota is running a rub. They're trying to get in the way of the defender covering Carter Bell. OMG, what are we going to do? Nothing. You run it to perfection. It's not going to be wide open. You're not going to see it wide open. This is the space. This is the window. This is the throw. I think this is the opportunity to get the ball in his hands. He holds onto it for entirely too long. You see him pump it like he's not sure of it. He doesn't know. And then finally when he gets the ball off, the DB is there. The ball is too high. If anything, you still should have thrown it low. You should put it on the line. He should have had the ball in his hands now. Not all the way when he gets to the outside of the end zone. He gets the ball into his hands. It's not a bad throw for the circumstances, but it gets batted out by, let me go back and find my guy's name here. Kavir Baines knocks it out, and the defensive back of UC Davis, Gavin Cook, comes and makes the interception. Really good play for UC Davis. Tough play for South Dakota, but he had opportunities to get that ball in his receiver's hands. He pumped it, and it's just, Baines just made a play. Hands, knockout, tips and overthrows, interception. That is how they draw it up, folks. every team practices and talks about tips and overthrows. That is a tipped pass interception for UC Davis. I believe that was Aiden Bauman's first interception, but no time on the clock for UC Davis. They're going to go into the locker room with the 21-14 lead for South Dakota. Man, this first half was super exciting. Obviously, there was points put up by both teams. Obviously, I felt like these teams were pretty evenly matched for the most part. The turnovers really ended up being the difference maker in this game. UC Davis is going to fair catch the second half kickoff, and Miles Hastings is going to take over.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Town Pump. Right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
2nd and 8 coming up for UC Davis. Rolling out for Miles Hastings, trying to find a receiver open, and he's going to find Trent Tompkins, on the comeback route. Either comeback or fallout route. Gets the ball to him along the sidelines. He gets a foot down for the first down. 12 and a half to go in the third. 3rd and 5 coming up for UC Davis. Trent Tompkins in motion. Drop back for, Mateo Perez. Oh, man. Looks like Miles Hastings was hoping Mateo Perez would get open somehow. And it looks like he potentially was maybe waiting on him to break inside. I don't know if he loved the outside break, but he fell. So it doesn't matter. And Hastings is going to take a sack. Right there. Tough play. Brings up a 4th down. They punt it away. South Dakota's got the ball back. 11 minutes to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 7 for South Dakota. Drop back for Bauman. Getting the ball off to his tight end, Galbraith, who actually had a really good game. J.J. Galbraith had 6 receptions, 45 yards, the 2 touchdowns. But really good ball right here from Aiden Bauman. Galbraith is going to act like he's blocking for Jones Logan right here on what seems to be like a swing route. They're running their 2 receivers vertical up the field. Looks like a cross hash vertical as well as a closer to a seam vertical from, I believe that is Tice. I think this is Tice right here coming on this vertical right here. You get Galbraith, who acts like he's blocking on Connors. Then he's eventually going to release, get down the sidelines, and Aiden Bauman gets the ball into his hands. Really good job right there. On 2nd and 7 to get the first down. 3rd and 11, 9.5 to go in the third. Drop back pass for Bauman. Getting the ball off, and nobody's there. Absolutely nobody's home. Seems like he was trying to get it to the out of Carter Bell, but it was covered really well from the defensive back at UC Davis. They punt it back to UC Davis, who gets the ball back around the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line. 21-14, 9 minutes to go, 1st and 10. Hastings is going to get the ball off on the rollout to Batu, who's coming back to the ball, being quarterback friendly. Makes the reception around the 50-yard line. Really good job there. 1st and 10, under 9 to go in the third. CJ Hutton in motion. Getting the swing right out to him. It's a double pass for sure. Nobody's open. Oh, man. I did not see this. I think this is right around the time where, I can't remember what I was doing, but I had stopped watching the game. McKees Grace is going to catch a stray here. Unsportsmanlike conduct is going to get tacked on with that. But, man, do not make a bad play worse. Does that count as a forced fumble for McKees Grace? I think so. McKees Grace gets the forced fumble. But, man, don't make a bad play worse. I've watched somebody get cut in professional football for doing this. When it's over, it's over. Do not try to be Superman. That is one of the reasons why Bill Belichick's famous saying is do your job. Pitching the ball back to another running back, back to another person on your team is not doing your job. Do your job. It's already a bad enough play. You got a receiver trying to block a D-end, the defensive player of the year in the Missouri Valley Conference. You're going to try to pitch it back, and it's a turnover. Turnover, man. Turnovers, man. You can't have them. You can't have them. You can't have them. They're going to attack on an unsportsmanlike on top of it. 1st First down, South Dakota in the red zone. I mean, that is just a backbreaking play right there because, you're only down by 7. If you can get one drive together, you can tie this game up. You got to depend on your defense, but, just frustrating. Frustrating, Davis. It's frustrating, especially considering you don't have your best player in Land Larison. That just hurts you from every... it just hurts you tremendously. 2nd and 3, they're going to hand it off to Tice. Inside zone. He's going to get downhill. He gets the first down around the 10-yard line. Really good run. Tice runs hard. 1st and goal, 7 minutes to go. Tice, looks like we got a hold there, and it got called for sure. What was his name? I keep blanking on his name. Kavir Baines. Baines is going to get held. Is that a receiver? He's going to get held by this receiver right here. Tough play right there. Down inside the 5-yard line, but gotta believe, well, it's only half the distance. They're probably going to decline that. Oh, they got a holding on South Dakota too. Where? Oh, yeah. Holding on the right tackle right here. Check out my guy. I mean, that's getting called every day. That might actually be what that flag was for. I think they got this one. Well, then in that case, there's 2 holds on South Dakota then. Because I was saying half the distance. That's a South Dakota hold. That's a South Dakota hold. Oh, so they were just, he's saying, we got a holding on such and such that's declined. We got a holding on such and such that is accepted. First down. Yeah, 1st and 20. Sounds about right. Here we go. 1st and goal from the 20 for South Dakota. They get the ball off to their running back, Charles Pierre, and he's getting nowhere fast. Absolutely nowhere fast. 2nd and goal, 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Pre-snap motion with Martins, who's going to end up being a lead blocker. My goodness, that backer. Oh my gosh. Wow. Bring your lunch pail, number 9. You need to come ready, because I'm ready. I'm ready. I woke up ready. Did you? It doesn't look like it. My goodness. Get up, brother. Wow. 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 I'm not laughing because he's hurt. I'm just laughing because that was a big hit. 3rd and goal, 5 minutes, under 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Drop back for Bauman, who's got a little bit of pressure from a backer here. Good rush, good inside move. Bauman's going to get the ball out of his hands, and PI and the flag and a drop, and they're probably going to decline that penalty unless... Did they call defensive pass interference? Did they call defensive pass interference? I don't think we get to see them call it, but it looks like they call defensive pass interference. I don't know about that. 1st and goal for South Dakota after what seems to be a defensive pass interference, and oh my goodness. What is going on out here, boys? Fumble from Charles Pierre, recovered by UC Davis in the red zone. That's the 2nd red zone fumble from either of these teams. Just trying to run the pitch play. Get the ball into your running back's hands. He never catches it clean. And UC Davis is right there, man. Right there. Right there, ready to make the play. That brings up the next drive for UC Davis. Mateo Perez in motion on 3rd and 5. Under 5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rub route. Trying to get the rub route, running the corner with Winston Williams. It's not necessarily a rub route, but you're running the corner. You're running the underneath route, the box in, the 5-yard in with Ian Simpson. He gets the ball into his hands. He's down after gaining about 10 yards. Really good job right there. 1st and 10, drop back pass from Miles Hastings. Looks like quarters coverage from South Dakota. Quarters. Hooks underneath. Looks like a curl flat defender right here. That is the distribution they're rushing for. Drop back, curl concept, something that they have run a ton in this game. So you run an OTB right here. You run a late out horizontal stretch right here. That backer, you see him trying to get in there. But the real route is Trent Tompkins on the curl route. Got the ball into his hands. He's got the first down. And then maybe an extra yard. 3rd and 4, under 3 to go in the 3rd quarter. 2.5, closer to 2.5 to go in the 3rd. Boot pass from Hastings. Going to get the ball off and throw it out of bounds. Nothing to be had there on 3rd and 4th. That brings up a 4th down. UC Davis is going to fake the punt. Get the ball into his hands, his guy's hands. That guy being Trent Tompkins. And he gets the first down. Really good job right there. Great play call from UC Davis. You get another look at it right here. Lead blocker, big block right there. Big block. Big trust levels. And then Trent Tompkins is able to fall on top of somebody, stay up enough to get the first down. Really good job from UC Davis. Great timely play call. That is when you gamble. If you watch my Idaho versus Montana State, or if you even watch that game, Idaho was tied 10-10. They try to surprise onside after tying the game 10-10, and after that, they got boat raced. Just my 2 cents. 1st and 10, under 2 to go in the third. Looks like our film froze a little bit, but you see it's going to be a tip pass on an attempted screen to Mateo Perez. Not even Mateo Perez. That is Jordan Fisher, and it's going to be intercepted from the D tackle of UC Davis, South Dakota. USD and UCD keep getting me. But it's going to be an interception, the 4th of the game for Miles Hastings, and it's just, man, like, I feel like at this point in the game, I mean, and they're only down by 7. That is the crappiest part about the interceptions. Is it'd be different if, you were turning over the ball and it was turning into points for South Dakota, but it wasn't. You're turning over the ball, your defense is playing pretty decent defense, and you guys just can't get anything going offensively. 1st and 10 for South Dakota. Going to have a big run here from Tice, who's going to get about 10 yards on first down. Looks like an outside zone run. Look at all those linemen getting across the field. Really good block here. Help on the block here from your tackle. Going to help push that D end out. Got a double team with the tight end and the tackle. Tackle's going to push him down, get up to the second level on the backer, kick that backer out. You got your guard already up to the second level, getting on the other safety, being Connors. He's going to seal up Connors. Look at that window right there. Then you got your receiver downfield working on the safety nickel player in Kyer Baines. And he still makes the tackle, man. You got to block. Come on. What are we doing? No block there. Still a first down. Could have been a bigger play. It's all good, though. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 6 for South Dakota. 21-14 lead for South Dakota. Aiden Bauman's behind center. Play action pass. Trying to get off to Carter Bell. Nice move at the top of this route. Oh my goodness. You can't really see the full route. Watch the rocker step at the top. Hey. Inside move. Get back outside. Touchdown. Thank you. Good ball from Aiden Bauman as well. Really good route. I wish I had the all 22. My goodness, I wish I had all 22. Hey. Excuse me. Got a pancake block on there too. I see it. I see ya, and I'm coming to find ya. Oh, wasn't necessarily I guess, he was already falling. It counts though. Good job on the touchdown from Carter Bell. See if we can get a replay here. Yes. Watch the inside move from Carter Bell here. Hey. Hey. This is what we call a rocker step. You get to the top of the route, fake like you're going inside, get that receiver or get that defensive back's body language and momentum going inside. As soon as he's going inside, hey, may I have this dance? Excuse me. Get back to the outside. Corner route. Good ball from Bauman. Touchdown. Great job. I think Carter Bell might have some receiving records at South Dakota as well, if I'm not mistaken. 7 seconds to go in the third quarter. 28-14 lead for South Dakota. 2nd and 10 coming up. Miles Hastings is going to get the ball off to Chaz Davis, who makes that guy miss. Really good move right here. Really good move to catch the ball, come back to the ball, square up, get outside, and get downfield. Get out of bounds around the 40-yard line. End of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter. UC Davis got the ball around midfield, right on the 50-yard line. Handing it off RPO style to Ian Simpson. So they fake the handoff on the run. It's a run pass option. You can run it. You can pass it. You got lineman downfield. Might have been illegal. Well, he caught it behind the line of scrimmage, so I don't think that matters. Either way, get the ball in Ian Simpson's hands. He's down past the first down yardage. You can't see the down and distance right here. But now you got a 2nd and 3. 12 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Drop back pass for Miles Hastings, who gets the ball off to Chaz Davis on a quick out down here. So 1, 2, 5-step out or a 4-step out. Second on your inside foot. Quick out. Get the ball off. First down on 2nd and 3. Easy conversion right there. 3rd and 7 coming up. Drop back pass for Miles Hastings. Mesh route inside. Get the ball into Batu's hands. And he's got it. Close to first down yardage. Really good play right there. So watch the mesh. Watch the mesh. You got an OTB. Every team runs this. It's a man beater. It's a zone beater. They get them caught in zone here, but the backside of the formation is wide open. So you're meshing with these two. If there was a man defender on Batu right here, he'd be working for him and making him bow underneath. And then also in zone, sometimes you can get this OTB right here, but it looks like he's man covered, or at least he's close enough in that guy's zone where he's going to cover him up. Get it off to Batu. That opens up the backside for him. Good tackle from South Dakota, though. Still enough for the first down on 3rd and 7. Good conversion. 2nd and 5, under 10 to go in the game. UC Davis needs to get something going now. Right now. Hand it off to Mateo Perez. Doesn't seem like they've been running it a ton in this game. And they get down around the 6-yard line for the first down. 1st and goal. Close to 9 minutes to go in the game. Drop back pass for Miles Hastings. And, looks like he was looking for Chaz Davis on an over. Don't know if it was necessarily a boot play, but everything's covered. South Dakota is playing coverage, and it's going to be incomplete. 2nd and goal, 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. RPO, and Hastings is going to end up running it. Go forward, man. Oh, man, he don't really want to run. That brings up a 3rd and goal. UC Davis has it at the 4-yard line. You're going to get in a little wildcat formation. Mateo Perez faking the handoff to the running back. Or that might have been a receiver. I think 14's a running back, though. Faking the handoff to Stacey Dobbins. He's going to pull it, get downhill. Played really, really well by South Dakota. Watch all the discipline here from South Dakota. Watch the linebacker. I guess he kind of got. But the D end is there. He could have played that. They got defenders out here. But also he's playing the quarterback. And they're getting down and getting him on the ground. Really good job. Really good job. Really good job. But they go for it on 4th and goal, thinking that this is, I don't know what they were really thinking. They start in Wildcat quarterback formation. Is that Lan Larison? So he did come back in the game. That is Lan Larison back in action. But they're not going to give him the ball. Miles Hastings rolls out, gets the ball into, I believe, Trent Tompkins' hands for the touchdown. Really good job right there. So Lan Larison starts with the ball, roll out. He's probably on the field as a decoy, honestly. And then good ball from Hastings on the over route. Good catch from Trent Tompkins. Touchdown. Really good job right there. Field goal, good. 28-21 ball game. 7 minutes to go in the game. South Dakota is going to try to run the clock out now. 2nd and 11. Play action pass. I guess they're not going to run the clock out. Getting the ball off to Carter Bell on what looks to be an in route. Good, another good rocker step at the top to create some separation. Watch Carter Bell at the top. Might can't see it behind. Yeah, it's gonna be behind me. But he did a good rocker step on the route up there, and he gets about 15 yards on 1st down. Really good job from Carter Bell. That also allows the clock to keep eating. Should not be snapping it unless it's under 10, which they are. Aiden Bauman rolling out. This is what we call 4-minute offense. It's not necessarily 2-minute offense. 2-minute offense, you're going fast. 4-minute offense, you have the lead. There's under, a lot of times people can run their 4-minute offense under 8, under 10. It just depends on the situation. They got a 7-point lead. 4-minute offense. We're trying to get first downs. We're trying to let the clock eat. Here they go. They get the rollout. Not even a rollout, but the play action pass to their running back on the wheel down the sidelines. Get it into his hands, and he's getting a ton of yardage after the catch. Really good job right there. I don't think the clock stops here, except for only a first down, so it doesn't really matter. Now you got 4 minutes to go in the game. Once again, snapping it under 10 on a 3rd and 1 for South Dakota. It looks like they're in 13 personnel, 3 tight ends on the field, 1 receiver, 1 running back, 13 personnel, and they get the first down with Pierre on 3rd and 1. Really good job. Now under 3.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Almost no time on the play almost no time on the shot clock before they got the play off. Really good job of managing the clock by Aiden Bauman, but they're also moving the ball. So this one hurts for 2 reasons. Not only does it hurt for UC Davis because they can't get a stop, but it also hurts because South Dakota is doing a really good job of bleeding the clock. Just tough play right there, but really good offensive line and tight ends blocking down up here on this inside zone play. Just going to wash everything down. Tice is going to find the cutback lane, almost gets into the end zone. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. Great play from Tice on this play right here to stay up and get the ball across the pylon. That is a great play. That is a great play right there. Touchdown, 35-21 lead for South Dakota. And now things get really stressful for UC Davis. Really stressful. Don't have your best player. Nothing's been going right. Your quarterback had turnovers. A ton of turnovers in this game. I don't think we've seen that 5th interception yet. Gotta believe it's probably coming. 1st and 10. Get the ball off to Mateo Perez, who's making things happen. Now they got to go fast, though. So they're trying to go fast. 2nd and 3, following the 2-minute timeout. Winston Williams in motion. They're going to run it to Mateo Perez, and he's down around the 25-yard line. Not a bad drive they're putting together, but they're going to have to get the ball back after scoring. Under 2 to go, 1st and 10, drop back for Hastings, throwing the ball across the middle, and he gets the ball to, I believe, Chaz Davis. Really good job right there on what looks to be a deep in route, probably just maybe even a curl sitting in that window. He gets the ball around the 10-yard line. 1st and 10, minute 30 to go. Miles Hastings dropping back, and interception. There it is. Number 5. I was looking for you. I was wondering where I was going to find you. Tough play for Miles Hastings. Tough. This is a tough way of ending your career. One of my good friends, one of my former quarterbacks, Dalton Snead, ended his career in a similar fashion in the quarterfinals of the FCS playoffs. Much different conditions. We were not playing in a dome, and I guarantee you, had we been in a dome, Dalton would have done that. But it happened, so I've seen it before, and it's just a tough way to end for Miles Hastings. South Dakota's going to get the ball back. They're going to run the clock out, knee it out, and South Dakota is going to move on to the FCS semifinals. I believe for the first time in their history, they're going to be playing against Montana State. I said on Twitter this morning, I feel like that could be one of the best games of the playoffs. A lot of people are in the comments saying that they think that potential Montana State versus South Dakota State matchup in the championship could be the best matchup. I don't disagree with that. That Montana State offense versus that South Dakota State defense, I want to see that. But right now we're talking about South Dakota versus UT Davis. South Dakota gets the victory 35-21. They will look to continue their turnover ways against Montana State. A great career for Miles Hastings and Land Larson ends. I'm hoping to see Land Larson in the NFL. I don't know what Miles Hastings' plans are because he almost retired after this season. So it'll be interesting to see what he's looking to do after this season. But I think he could potentially have an opportunity in the UFL, the CFL, and maybe even in the NFL. You know, he passed for a ton of yardage. It just depends on what teams think of him. I don't know how tall he is. Let's look on ESPN what they have him at. They have him at 6'1", 205. So I don't know. We will see. But it was a great game, great season for UC Davis. South Dakota season will continue on. They've been on a hot streak ever since they won that Missouri Valley Football Conference share of the Missouri Valley Football Conference title. We will see what they're able to do in Bozeman. It's going to be cold. They play in a dome. They do live in South Dakota, but you play most of your games in a dome. What does that do in terms of your ability to adjust to the weather? We will see. But should be a really exciting game. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe. Make sure you guys leave me a comment down below. And I will catch you guys next time. See you later.